Hello, everyone, and welcome to another FX Centrum daily market analysis. We had a pause in last 10 days, but now we're back. Um, and we will, of course, cover every day, and I will go through the markets. And there is many things in the future that will be new and very helpful to all of you. So for today, as always, we will go through our cross asset list. You can see on the left here. We'll go through the copy market, WTI, US 100, US 30, USDN, pound dollar, euro dollar, dollar index, a Bitcoin dollar, gold market, aluminum, and cocoa market. So I will start with the copy market first, as we have a daily time frame. And here we can see that market is pretty much in the tight consolidation. We have resistance around 240.90 mark. And we have from another side support at around 218 mark. So we can see here that market is pretty much in a tight range. There's a this year high at 200 around the 250 mark. And it will be interesting to see if the market can break this tight consolidation. Eventual break to the downside of 217 market can be a strong sign for the further drop. And that will be then the downside objective around 197.30. From another side, if market can break to 40.90 and hold above, there was a potential chance for the retest of 247.90 mark. As stochastic oscillator, we have a sloping to the downside, both a fast and slow line. But again, we have overall consolidation, so I will be watching for potential breakout in the next period. On the WTI, so what we had in the background was quite a big gap between the fast and slow line. That was like 2 weeks ago. And this was a result of the rally, which had actually a follow through. You can see here that we had a tight consolidation and then there was a rebreak. So at this point, market is testing resistance. Both fast and slow lines are trading to the upside, but we kind of had a extended move to the upside. So we'll like to see some kind of correction, maybe the fast line to get closer to the slow line, and then watch for eventual breakout to the upside. So let me show you what we have at this point. So 84.40, and then we have potential resistance at 87.50. Now, if you go to the hourly time frame just to see the situation, pretty much tight consolidation. So we'll like to see some kind of a shakeout or a sell-off and then reaction from buyers to provide a good entry point for the upside. But so far, just waiting for the at least 1 or 2 days of the pullback before any further upside movement. Yes, short term is we have upside environment in the last 10 days. US 100 actually had extended move to the upside all the way alongside the upper Bollinger Band. And then we had another bearish divergence on the rate of change. We had a fresh bear crossing the stochastic oscillator. And from my perspective, there is a chance for the retest of a 19,300 mark, which is a middle Bollinger Band on the daily time frame. You can see the hourly time frame, there is a clean sell-off and natural pullback, and now there is a chance for a downside continuation from my perspective. So this can be a good intraday opportunity actually for the on the US 100 for the market to resell today and eventually try to trade another secondary day lower. And again, the first downside objective will be a 19,274. US 30 is different, so market is mostly in the bigger consolidation. Is testing. We had a rejection of the upper Bollinger Band, so test reject. Seems like 39,345. Seems like a strong resistance. And we have a very tight consolidation of the Bollinger Band, so which is just confirming more consolidation. I will not be surprised if we can have some rotation back towards the support area around 38,360 mark or 38,000 mark. So more like a range development on the US 30. Yes, we had this rally, and now if market can no follow through and we have actually a sell-off or something, there will be a chance for that downside rotation on the US 30. In case the market can break and hold above 39,250, then market can trade higher, and we have a, let's say, resistance at 39,765 mark. USDN is trading to the upside. We still see the strength on the dollar. Market held very well, building higher lows in the last, I will say, 1 month. And we're very close actually to go and revisit this pin bar high at 100, let's say 160.24. We had a very tight consolidation, and yesterday we had a breakout to the upside on the daily time frame. On the hourly time frame, we are building more like a tight consolidation. So from my perspective, we see that if we see the rebreak of this tight consolidation and rebreak of 159.13, there will be a chance for the market to go towards 160.24. On the pound dollar, we had a downside movement. You can see how the fast line is just correcting and the slow line is just sloping to the downside. This is for me a clear sign that sellers are in control and there is a break of this tight consolidation. So there is a chance for a potential downside movement eventually towards 1.2500 mark. Hourly time frame, as you can see, is holding very well, selling, and then just a classical bear flag going into today's London's open. So this is a good, also from my perspective, good intraday structure and short-term structure for the downside development. On the euro dollar, we had a similar scenario. A fast line did just correction, slow line is trading around, it's flat, but trading around 15 mark. And this last, I will say, 4 or 5 days, it was just a consolidation and downside rebreak. So there will be a chance potential retest the 1.0600 mark, and the sellers are in control on this currency pair. Dollar index is just trading higher. We had a classical rotation and pullback on a fast line towards rising slow line. And from my perspective, there is a chance for the market to retest the 106.50 mark on the dollar index. Hourly time frame is also holding pretty well. Look at this bull flag that we had like a couple of hours ago. So nice progress in the dollar index strength. We have a Bitcoin here. So as you can see, we had a double top around 72,000 mark. Market sold off, slow and fast line are sloping to the downside. So I do see potential for the market to go towards 60,000 mark or even a 58,000 mark in next period. Hourly time frame just breaking and no follow through, breaking and no follow through. For me, this is a key sign for that sellers are in control on this market. Then we have a gold market, so we can see that gold is pretty much in a heavy consolidation in the last, I will say, 2 months or so, with resistance around resistance is around like 23.93. Fast and slow line are sloping to the upside, but again, this is a pretty, I'll say, a pretty consolidation market. Hourly is holding to the upside this morning. We have a relative strength on the gold, but from another side, we have a pretty much upper Bollinger Band, 2 standard deviations very close, and the swing high from this point here. So I do expect more range development on the gold market in next period until we have a clean break and hold above or below the Bollinger Band. Aluminium actually trading lower. You can see that slow line is sloping to the downside, fast line did just correction. So this is the potential for the further downside development. So we have potential downside development eventually towards 22, let's say 2,300 mark or so. So pay attention to this potential selling to the downside. Hourly will need to confirm to rebreak to the downside, but overall, I see potential for the downside development. And cocoa market is pretty much in the range development, fast and slow line. We have a downside fresh bear cross. And now the Bollinger Band is starting to contract. So overall, I would like to see more like a consolidation and eventual break either to the upside or to the downside. So that will be all for this FX Centrum daily market analysis. I hope that you'll find helpful in your own trading, and have a good trading day, of course. Have a good weekend, and speak to you from Monday from next week.